How do I decide who to trust my reputation to and my livelihood with? The 8 questions. I was living my dream of being a New York Hospital Chiropractor. I have been passionate about uplifting the awareness and respect of chiropractic my whole career, and to finally have the opportunity to improve the public and the medical perception of our beloved profession in a highly regarded New York hospital was my dream for 27 years. They said they vetted me for 2 years before inviting me to be on staff. At the age of 53, I was finally being asked to join their team. Dreams can come true. The old saying was correct: the harder you work, the luckier you get. I was the first chiropractor to be asked to join the hospital staff. Since they opened their doors in 1924, I was going to be a successful pioneer. Who knew my dream would be so short-lived? Within a few short years, my dream turned into a nightmare, a financial nightmare. After integrating with departments and doctors for several years as the lone DC in this hospital, the unthinkable happened. One day, the referrals from almost every one of my referring hospital doctors stopped. There were 0 referrals, none, from the majority of the hospital doctors. Coincidentally, they just happened to be part of the same large medical group. I asked my friend and best referrer, the head of pain management, what was going on, and he mentioned a memo that the whole group, all 400 of them, received, stating there were to be no more referrals out of their group. Musculoskeletal issues were to be handled now in physical therapy, pain management, ortho, neuro, and physiatry, and to referrals for practitioners outside of the group. Those were now discouraged. By the way, discouraged is defined in a New York hospital as an act that might cause termination of employment. One memo, an illegal memo maybe, and my dream changed forever. Side note, 2 weeks later, the existence of the memo that my friend told me about was denied. So much for my MD, quote, friends. As the MD referrals slowed and stopped, the insurance companies had a plan of their own for me, and so many of you. As an in-network DC, my income began to shrink. I won't bother belaboring this point. When practicing in network as a sole proprietor, the power balance did not lean in my direction. When their decision was to pay less per visit, pay less frequently, and change the game at their whim, it started to get ugly. My reimbursements went down, my referrals went down, and my stress level went up in a perfect inverse proportion. I was in trouble. I needed more income, another revenue stream, and I needed it as soon as possible. Now here's where my rubber met the road, and I had to vet revenue streams that would be accepted by my patients, my hospital, and my conscience. As a very research-oriented and skeptical New York chiropractor, I knew I needed a list of the different characteristics that my new revenue stream must possess. I found several lists of essential criteria that made sense to me, so I listed the necessary criteria that were on multiple lists, as well as the ones that were not negotiable for me. This is where my paradigm shift began. I knew what to look for, and I might have even already found it. Here's a list of 8 questions that had to be asked by me and answered for me before I was willing to risk my patients' health and well-being, my ethics, my future, my reputation, and my livelihood in that hospital that I had worked so long to be allowed into. Question 1, will my patients need it or want it? Number 2, has that product or company been around for at least 5 years, and is it well capitalized? Number 3, is this new product or service for my practice simply a trend or a fad? Number 4, can income be generated right away? Number 5, is the person or company who is introducing me to this new product or service committed to my patient's results and to my success? Number 6, can I add this new product or service without devaluing my primary passion, which is chiropractic service? Number 7, will this product or service improve my patient's outcomes? And number 8, does the company that represents this product or service have the ethics and the principles and the corporate culture that match my own and that I would be proud to share with my patients? If any of the above questions could not be answered in a positive way, I could not expose that particular product or service to my patients, lest I risk losing what I had built for decades. The miracle was, I think I had already found it, and chiropractor.com agrees with me. Next, in my third chapter, I had been ignorant for almost 30 years, and the answer was right there within.